All right, another successful mission.
You just look strangely uncomfortable. Can you ask the raptor for motivation, please? Okay.
She's very photogenic.
Nothing can stop us now.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. It's Chip and Dale. How are you guys doing? Hello, Grogu.
Sorry. He'd be shy. If you want him over.
Universal Orlando Resort, Earl the Squirrel needs his own Christmas tree over here for the meet and greet. I think so. I think we're gonna make that happen. We'll put that.
4 of you have tried to kill me in the past. 1 of you succeeded.
Oh wow. Do you think the people on the moon ever look over and say, wow, it's a full spaceship Earth tonight? But welcome back to the sign welcoming you to Universal Orlando Resort.
Terrifying, isn't it?
Hiya, Scooby! We're here at Disney's Polynesian Village Resort with the newly opened Kona, I don't remember what it's called. Good morning, Magic Crew. Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Oh, thank you. And welcome to another Ear to Ear Magic live stream, coming to you live from the Walt Disney World Resort, and here specifically at Disney's Port Orleans, French Quarter, and Riverside today. So welcome in, everybody. Woo-hoo. Wow, coming in fast. Good morning, good morning. We're coming in to Port Orleans today at both the French Quarter and the Riverside. Oh, you did, thank you. To do a little walking around, show you guys what the resorts look like. We've got 2 sister resorts to share with you guys today. This is the first time you've ever joined us either live or in replay here at Ear to Ear Magic. Hi, my name's Chris. I am your Disney travel agent in the parks and the resorts today, along with my son, Owen. Susan is here to help out as we go through today as well. And as we do every summer for the past, well, several years, we take you guys to a different resort hotel every Tuesday to check it out, talk about it, show you guys around, give you a little bit of information. If you've been here, maybe it's like revisiting the hotel when the last time you visited. If you've never been here, I actually get to see it ground without editing and everything like that. See what the place looks like size-wise, and we talk about the good things, the bad. People can come in the chat and tell you if they've stayed here before, what they liked about it, what they didn't like about it. But the big thing is we want to make sure that you guys have a chance to get familiar with the resort so that when you are ready to come to Walt Disney World, you know exactly which resort you want to come to. And we want you guys to reach out to us and let us be a part of that. As Travelmation travel agents, we want to help you book and plan your next Walt Disney World stay. And just reach out to us, guys, anytime. You can go to eartoearmagic.com. That's our website. Fill out a travel inquiry form over at the travel services page. You can go to Disney to fill out a form for Walt Disney World or Disneyland. The Universal Orlando Resort, you can do over the Universal form. Or you can fill out one for cruising which really needs several forms. It's a big thing. Love cruising. And then any other general inquiry, any other types of travel. So thank you guys so much for letting us be a part of your travel plans in the future. This is our check-in for French Quarter. Now, Owen, what's the first thing you get when you come in here? What do you, is it the smell? Is it the sounds? Is it the...
It's definitely the sounds and the laid back feeling you get. I feel like both New Orleans resorts has a different version of laid back. This is more of a modern city feel. You get more of a wilderness forest feel, bayou feel with Riverside compared to French Quarter.
And Michelle says, we know this place like the back of their hands. We stay here every year. So Michelle, if I can ask you, what brings you guys back to French Quarter every year? You guys are watching, anybody who's in the chat, if you've been here and stayed here, and if this is your favorite resort, please share. There may be somebody here watching today or later who would love to know if this is the place for them to come. So, how you doing, Jason? Happy birthday! Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Jason. Happy birthday to you. Now, of course, here at French Quarter, it is very much the Mardi Gras feel, where it's Mardi Gras all year round. Now, Tony says, I like it because it's a smaller resort. It's easy to get to Disney Springs by way of boats. Complimentary boat services are provided here to Disney Springs. And of course, the beignets. So should we start off with the beignets, Tony? What do you think? We won't get any beignets at the moment because, you know, then we'll have powdered sugar all over us for the rest of the tour. But we can definitely share with you guys what most people know about the French Quarter. It's Scat Cat's Club Cafe. It's hard to say. Scat Cat's Club Cafe. And the Mickey shaped beignets. Now, you may hear about the beignets inside the Magic Kingdom for Tiana's, but if you want the Mickey shaped, you have to come here to French Quarter. 3 beignets, $8, served with a choice of 1 dipping sauce, either salted caramel or chocolate ganache. 6 beignets, $13. You get 2 dipping sauces. And also, they usually have some sort of special Mickey-shaped beignet sundae, got a little ice cream with it, or the Baton Rouge beignets. It's 2 beignets, and it has usually some sort of liqueur in it. Right now, Bailey's Original Irish Cream. Of course, this is alcohol, so you have to be 21 years older to order. And then every so often when we come in here, there'll be some really cool seasonal thing. One of our favorites has been the Haunted Mansion ones back in the day. So, how you doing this morning, Pam? Crystal's like salted caramel for me, please. And Amanda says gluten-free, please. Yes, very much so. My wife Susan is gluten-free, and she can have the gluten-free waffles, beignets here. Keep in mind though, if you get the gluten-free ones, they are not Mickey shaped. They are, of course, special. So. There's your gluten-free beignets right there.
Do we like caramel sauce or do we like chocolate?
Mickey shaped. And then of course, you can get yourself the special Baton Rouge with Bailey's Irish cream inside. There you go. There you go, Amanda. Now, I don't know if you guys realize this, but if you're up in Canada, Haley's already let us know. Greg is providing all the beignets for you today. If you're hanging out with us and you're in the Canadian area, Greg's taking orders and bringing beignets to all of you guys. Thank you, Greg. How you doing this morning? Emily says they can make dairy-free beignets too. Oh, I ordered a sundae, asked for dairy-free ice cream, and they made the whole thing dairy-free. Wow, I've not heard that one before. Okay. That's kind of cool. I do love the fact that they have the capabilities of doing so many different things for dietary restrictions. This is the actual Scat Cats Club. Not open at the moment for its original purpose. But whether you're staying here at French Quarter or just coming in select nights, they do have live jazz up on stage here at the Scat Cats Club. Good morning, Tori. How are you? Are we getting beignets this morning? Not at the moment. I don't know. We'll see. Today, it's really all about showcasing the resort and sharing this because every year people contact us to book their stays. We always have someone who goes, well, I was trying to decide between this resort and that resort, and I ended up watching your YouTube streams. And you walk through the resorts and we realize how much more we like this one over the other. So we're gonna really kind of focus on just the overall resorts today. It's a great place to go, Jason. Good morning, Carol. Welcome in. How you doing, Quarini? Jumbo. Scat Cats Club is only open certain nights. For live entertainment. But you can come in any day in the lounge. But here we go. Live entertainment every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. First performance starts at 7:30. Since we're talking about food, Port Orleans French Quarter is a moderate resort. What designates it as a moderate resort is its availability to dining other than just quick service. Yeah, we're still very much in breakfast until 11 a.m. Sasagula. Should we look at the menu here? Sasagula River Company. This is our quick service area. We're still in breakfast. Western omelet, vegetable breakfast quesadilla. Of course, you got your Mickey-shaped waffles. You guys watching on television at home, I hope that's a large enough QR code for you guys to grab and look at the full menu if you like. Dinner starts at 11 a.m. or lunch, I should say. Have you ever had the beef and fried shrimp burger?
They maybe do.
morning, Grumpy News. Welcome in. I love shrimp and grits, Drew. One of my favorite things to get. Jared says, I just don't know about staying here with us being from New Orleans. You know what? I'm going to say no. And some people may disagree with that, but I'm going to say don't. No, because that's like going to stay away from home by going home, even if it's not like home. The whole point of vacations is to go someplace new and different. And if you're from the New Orleans area, all you're going to do all day long is compare it to what it's like at home. So maybe come visit. Don't have the beignets, because I'm going to promise you, as much as we enjoy the beignets, they are not Cafe de Monde. They're just not. So lemon blueberry cheesecake. And for the month, for Pride Month, we've got Pride Honey Cake. I was tempted to get this last time. A white cupcake soaked with honey simple syrup filled with blackberry lavender jam. Oh, blackberry lavender. With toasted lavender meringue, a sugar bee, and a rainbow garnish. Sounds amazing. Brittany says Doc lived in New Orleans for a while and wants to visit this resort. Here's the thing for you guys. Come visit it and stay somewhere else. There are lots of designs in and around the dining room you'll want to check out. Look up, look for the ceilings, look for details that are hidden elsewhere. I'll point out to you the cards here in the far corner that we always like to do here in Pascagoula. Now, French Quarter and Riverside are sister resorts. They're right beside one another. It is a walk between the two. You can take a shuttle, but they are very close to one another. So we always say that if you're staying at one, you can come visit the other, especially if you're staying at Riverside. Come over to French Quarter and have some beignets. Come to the Sky Cats Pub. It's actually just one boat stop away when you ride the riverboat to Disney Springs. They will stop at both. You can notice the cards up here. I always like to point them out. Part of the details, and most people don't look up to see them. You can see there's Princess Tiana, there's Prince Naveen, and look who the Joker is. Yeah, that's Doc Cillier. Sisters. Yep. Sister resorts. Now, I will never tell you that this is a reason to pick one over the other, but there is one thing that sets aside Riverside and French Quarter, and which French Quarter to me just a little bit better. These guys. When it comes to dining, and I don't know why, and I don't know why this hasn't changed, and it really should, here at French Quarter, Coca-Cola freestyle machines. When you dine over at Riverside, and we'll show you guys later in today's stream, they still use the traditional Coca-Cola machines. They need to rip them out. They need to rip them out and put in some freestyle machines, because this makes all the difference in the world, guys. How you doing, Ann? Cannon fam, welcome. Good to see you, Terry. Good morning, O'Nay. Welcome in, Alicia. How you doing today, Dopey Runner? Welcome in, Jennifer K. Skipper Bob. I know it's weird, Skipper Bob, that they've yet to upgrade to Coca-Cola Freestyle machines over at Riverside. As much as I love Riverside, that's probably my biggest complaint. People are like, well, you know, not that huge a deal, and it's not. It's easily overlooked, and it's not going to change your vacation. But I always will prefer a Coca-Cola Freestyle as opposed to a traditional Coke dispenser. How you doing this morning, oh Missy? Pounding the pavement. How you doing? Welcome in. Well, the funny thing about that is, and this is something what Chris was just saying, I can't even imagine how many fingerprints are on that. If that is a concern of yours, they have a touch-free option. There's a QR code on the machine. You can scan it, and it will bring you to an app or website that will allow you to operate the Coca-Cola Freestyle machine without having to touch it. So if you are concerned about that, feel free to use the touch-free option. You guys are just joining us, good morning and welcome in. We are here to showcase Port Orleans, French Quarter, and Riverside with you guys today. If you're brand new to our channel, welcome in. We would love for you guys to take a couple of seconds and hit the subscribe button. Come and join us every Monday through Friday as we explore Walt Disney World and Universal Orlando Resort, both resorts and parks every weekday. So MG Law says, I don't like the freestyle machines. It doesn't taste right.
Oh, then Riverside, maybe.
There you go. Riverside's got you covered. How you doing this morning, Glamorous Grace? Welcome in, Danny. What's that? Oh, you can't. That's no moon. It is, you can see the moon. I don't know if it show up on camera. There's our moon right there. Good morning, FM Ever After. How you doing today? Welcome in, LDF7. All right, check out the shop in the arcade. First up, let's walk over into the arcade. Just beyond check-in. Place for you to drop some coinage. And just like every other place, you know, they changed the design of your fuel rod stations based upon where it's located at. And it's perfectly decorated for French Quarter.
Water bottle full there.
ATM. It looks like a quaint little arcade. From this area, it doesn't look much bigger than the one over at the Grand Floridian, which is surprisingly small for being such a huge and expensive hotel. But then you turn the corner. Surprise! Good morning, Go Tigers. So we've got some family down here hanging out at the arcade, so we'll stop here and walk back through to show you guys where the shop is. Ski ball. Anybody for some asteroids? Asteroids recharged. How are they recharged? Hi guys. I think last time we were in an arcade last week, Greg was asking how much it costs to get a card. Here are your points values here. $5 gets you 250 points, $10 gets you 600 points, 20, 1,250 points, 25, 1,700 points, and $50 gets you 3,700. So let's just get an idea. $5 gets you 250 points. How much does it cost to play asteroids? So $5 to get you 6 games of asteroids, which is better than I thought it was going to be. To play the world's largest Pac-Man, 50 points. So basically, it's about $1 a game. Our pinball. Pinball is 25. There you go, 10 games. And if you like press pennies, not too bad at all. All right, let's go to Jackson Square. This is our gift shop. You can drop off mail here, and it will of course be stamped directly from the resort, guys. So I think it's overall overlooked about how cool it would be when you're on vacation, whichever resort you stay at. Send yourself a postcard while you're there. So when you get it home, it's got one stamped from the resort, or you've got friends or family, send them postcards. Probably one of the cheapest and easiest ways to get a souvenir. How you doing this morning, Pickle Shake? Merchandise exclusive to French Quarter. Now the ears, I don't know if they still smell like beignets, but they used to. And a strange kind of, you know, cookie-like smell. You guys are just popping in, welcome in. We are here at French Quarter, Disney's Port Orleans Resort. Tori says, I'm still trying to get the matching Spirit jersey to that bag. This bag here. Right there. Does it smell like the baked goods? A little bit. A little bit.
At one point they had ears that they're made.
Right there.
I'm not sure these.
Scats Club.
Oh wait, no, it does. Well, these are scented.
Oh, we smelled them. Let's give them a smell.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We've got Scats Club t-shirts. Got the Dr. Facilier hat there in the center. They even have a Vineyard Vines polo. Guess the price, Owen.
75.
100.
So I bought it.
It's a brand. Good morning, Disney Lisa. How are ya? Somebody's seeing the powdered sugar on the floor by each bench. A beignet was eaten there.
Let me get my other
It's a quarter zip long sleeve pullover from Vineyard Vines. I'm also guessing about $100.
That's nice.
There's your Port Orleans French Quarter. Light up ornament. Will light up. You just twist it at the top. Lights up there at the top.
Ooh, I see one. This.
It's a cool magnet.
Me did this one. 16.
And of course, your general merch that you can find elsewhere around the parks, but it's nice to have it here. They do have Fun in the Sun style collection, which includes towels and swimsuits. So if you've forgotten yours and you like to swim with the giant sea monster at the pool here, you can do so. It happens. Sometimes you get here and you're like, you know, you didn't think you were going to want to swim, but now that you're here, set of 10 postcards. $19.99. Postcards. This is the chocolate we found earlier in the year, right? Radiator Springs, milk
They only
chocolate.
had 2 versions of this postcard.
And then the Paradise Falls coconut passion. We never tried this, did we?
Yeah.
We talked about it. It's like a postcard. You can actually mail it. I don't think you could actually mail it. I wouldn't mail it, but it looks like a postcard. Very much so, Tony. If you've ever wanted to come over here and check things out, go park over at Disney Springs. You can really do that with any of the parks resorts that you'd like to do. If you're not staying at the resorts, getting into, if you're not staying on property, can be a little difficult to do parking wise for security. So always go over the Disney Springs and take a boat ride over here. Get yourself a Cafe de Mon beignet mix, king cake mix. Does it come with the baby? Including praline filling and the baby. I want to see the baby. Coffee and chicory. Don't know if that's a good price or not, really.
Some species.
Some species? See, this I get. Actual beignet mix from the place to get beignets. You know, a brand maybe well known for having king cake. Cafe de Mon Chicory. Okay. But the rest of it seems like you kind of get that anywhere. Crystal, the postcards, you get 10 postcards. So they're basically $2 a postcard. That's how they come, Rob. You get them in the cake. Did you not get a cake with yours? I'm still waiting for my cakes. And as always, guys, you can get the Disney Rapid Refill. This is your resort mugs, $22.99 for the mug. They activate it. There is a chip at the bottom of the mug. They activate it for the entire length of your resort stay. It is good for drinks, coffee, and tea at any resort. Notice, it is any resort. Now, the reason I bring that out is that, first of all, one, you can take it to the other resorts. So if you go over to Riverside, if you go over to Grand Floridian, doesn't matter. They're good at any of the resorts. What they are not good at is the parks. So please ask. Please don't take these to the parks and assume that you can get free soft drinks in any of the refill stations there. They are not considered to be that way. I know that sometimes you can just walk up and fill them up, but that is not the intention. So $22.99 for the cups. Man, says I still have my mug from 2006 from Port Orleans. Good morning, Lorraine. How you doing today? It is a beautiful day here at Walt Disney World. We don't even have the fluffy clouds today. It's just all blue. All blue. I will also want to point out to you, if you've never noticed this before, guys, and we'll mention this to you as well. In the parks, have you see what I'm seeing up here, Owen? Look at the roof. And this is also in the parks. If you've never looked at the roofs, those are lightning rods. There are lightning rods everywhere. And that works in the parks and at the resorts. Tons and tons of lightning rods, and they are everywhere. Intentionally there to make sure that safety is very, very important to Disney. Good morning, Lorraine. That's right, Will. They are good for 2 weeks, and 2 weeks only. So, I mean, in the past, what we have done is we have purchased a mug for our resort tours so that they will be good on today and then the next resort stay that we do, and then we would try to do it for the third. But it wouldn't work for the 3rd because it's only good for 14 days. So it would stop the day before. So just to try to get the most out of it. So it doesn't matter if your hotel stay is 3 days or if your hotel stay is 10 days or 3 weeks. It is good for 14 days. Good morning, Cheryl. Welcome in. You guys, we were talking about lightning rods earlier. You guys know what one of the coolest lightning rods they have here at Walt Disney World is over at Disney's Hollywood Studios. When you first walk in, you look up and you see a rotating globe, and there's Mickey at the very top of that globe. It's the entrance of Hollywood Studios. We don't have the Eiffel Tower anymore. We don't have the Sorcerer's Apprentice hat anymore. So a lot of times people will recognize that rotating globe at the entrance. That is actually a lightning rod. Yes, if a lightning strike ever were to come down, it would hit Mickey directly. Mickey would absorb all of the electricity for you. Over to our left, we do have a quiet pool hot tub over here from 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. Behind me is a playground with slides and swings and such before we get to the main pool area. Over here to my left, the Mardi Gras. It's our pool bar. It opens at 11 a.m. So not quite ready to start today's activities. Grab yourself a pretzel, a bite to eat, a couple bites, specialty drinks because you know you're here. Let me show you guys. Grab yourself a hurricane. Frozen Irish coffee, sunshine margarita, banana cabana, pina colada. There's your Captain's Mai Tai there, Owen. Full bar bites. They even got a charcuterie board. Hot Cajun boiled peanuts. They got a non-alcoholic drinks as well. All right, our pool here at French Quarter is dominated by our sea monster. You can see his tail right here, but he permeates the entire pool area. Kids splash area right over here to the right. Splash pad. We'll take a quick walk around the pool. The secret to any kid splash pad is a giant bucket at the top that fills up and then dumps everything down on everybody below. We're gonna walk to the other side of the pool so you guys can see the slide. How you doing, mouse ears and beers? Welcome in, firefighter. Disney golfer, how you doing? Glad you could join us today. Here is our boat landing. This way. The Sassagoula River Cruise will actually take you to and from the sister resort, the Riverside. But as you can see here, it starts off here at Riverside, comes down the French Quarter, and this area does have access to Key West, Saratoga Springs, and then of course Disney Springs. So if you're wondering which resorts has access to Disney Springs by way of boat, there you go. Saratoga Springs, Old Key West, French Quarter, and Riverside. It'll be on the test later. Found our walking trail. It's our running trail if you ever want to do some running around out here. I've actually considered this to be a location for one of our 5Ks. We've got our next virtual 5K coming up on Saturday, July the 12th, and then Saturday, August the 9th are our next two 5Ks. And right now you can see this is French Quarter. And then Riverside. So you can see just by the size of, you're talking about which one is the larger of the two. French Quarter is a lot more concentrated into its buildings. A lot more walking can be involved if you go to Riverside. Well, we kind of feel that it's a little more quiet for some reason as well. It's just the way it is. If you guys are ever watching any of our videos and decided you might want to stay here or at any other of the Walt Disney World Resort hotels, reach out to us, guys. As Travel Mission travel agents, we can help you book and plan your next vacation without any cost to you. We get paid a commission by Disney and all the other travel companies we help with. They pay us to help you when it comes to your vacations, because if you're contacting us and we're helping you, then they're not having to keep up 1-800 numbers as much as they would be normally, and you pay the same price as if you book directly with them. So you're paying the same price whether you book it yourself or you book it with a travel agent and you have someone to help you out. We hope that it's a value-added service, that someone can see how nice it is to have an agent help them out with all of their vacation. So reach out to us today, eartoyourmagic.com. Fill out a travel form at our travel services page. Let us know where you'd like to go. So here is our small slide. It's not a huge slide, but it's a cute slide. Right out of the sea serpent's mouth. And as I said, the sea serpent goes everywhere. There's a shell with a little bit of cascading water. Which of the pool slides is better, in my opinion? Owen, what do you think? If you had a choice between the pool here, the slide here, or the one at Old Man's Island, Riverside? Just the slide. I would agree.
It doesn't look as elaborate. It's one over here, but
this has got a cool theming, but the one over there is a lot taller and a lot longer. So Firefighter Deuces, that was my first resort I ever stayed at, and I love that place. How you doing this morning, Martha? There we go. It's also a very in the sun pool. There's a lot more shade. If you like a shadier area when it comes to your swimming pool locations, you're going to enjoy Oldman Island a little better. If you're looking to tan, it might be easier to do over at Riverside. All right, I'm gonna take you guys through some of the buildings here so you get a feel of what it's like when you stay here. Again, this is a moderate resort. Here at Disney, a moderate resort will mean you are gonna have outdoor hallways. Your door to your room will open directly to the outside area. Here at French Quarter, you can be anywhere from 1, 2, 3 floors.
Something also important to note, different rooms at French Quarter. French Quarter is obviously inspired by French Quarter, the 6x13 block district, and compared to the other side, you're going to see a huge influence on architecture. The railings, the roofing, just how everything looks.
How you doing, Jason? Welcome in. Danny says we actually preferred the resorts that had door space in the outside rather than the inside hotel, like at the Deluxe. It was quieter. Well, that is something to take in consideration in the fact that you do not have to worry about hallway echoes. You have people running up and down the hallways. It can also add noise. Danny, one of the last year on the Allure with Royal Caribbean, we had a family in the hallway across from us, and because with a hallway scenario on a cruise ship, the kids were banging the door and yelling at each other and forcing one kid out in the hallway and wouldn't let their little brother in, and he was screaming and yelling. It went on for like half an hour. And because it was in an enclosed hallway, yeah, it can do that. So this is one of several courtyards that are here at French Quarter.
As you see across the way, you can see our fire pit.
Good morning, David D. Loves Disney. What was that on?
Across the way, you can see the fire pit.
Oh, I was going to point out fire pit. Yes, every Disney resort has a fire pit. Can no one tell you where every fire pit is at every resort? Do you think you could? If I were to show you a picture of just a fire pit, do you think you could tell me which resort it's at? We should do a challenge at one point. I think we should do it as a future challenge. I'll go around and take a picture of every single fire pit on Disney World property and see if Owen can guess the Walt Disney World Resort. This one's got brushed steel. Nice.
Cover when it's on use.
Big ol' shake. You don't have to worry about kids screaming out in the hallway on the Virgin Voyage cruise ships. That's true. If you have a kid screaming in the hallway on a Virgin Voyage ship, call security. It's only 18 and up allowed aboard the ship. So this morning I got up. We have so many cruise lines with their promotions continually in our inbox. Whether it's Disney Cruise Line, there's select sailings right now for 30% off. Virgin Voyages, 70% off your second sailor, free balcony upgrade, and up to $300 onboard credit depending on the sailing. Royal Caribbean has I think at one point they had a flash sale the other day for up to $900 off the cruise. They have their flash sales as well, and Azamara has one going on this morning, and there was another one that came up. If you guys are sailing, we would love to ask you to let us be your cruise travel agent, because I feel terrible that I see these deals and I'm hoping that people are getting these deals and people are taking advantage of these promotions. So found the payment, we can do some s'more streams. Apologies if this is a silly question, but how likely is it for an alligator to be in this river? You know what? It really depends on a couple of things. One, is the water wet? And two, is the water in Florida? It is never out of the question. But I will tell you, I have seen water here on Walt Disney World resorts having alligators in them. I've seen them in the canals over at Epcot. I've seen them in the rivers of America in the Magic Kingdom. We have seen them pretty much everywhere. But here, I don't think I've ever seen an alligator in these waters. I don't know what it is. No one swims in these though. There's no swimming, there's no beach access at all. But I've never seen one. But how likely is it? If it's water in Florida, there's a chance. All right, I want to take you in one more small little courtyard area before we take you guys over to Riverside. I just love the fountains on this one. How you doing, Queen Honey Bear? Good to hear you're feeling better. There's 8 frogs. Joy says we saw one there last summer. Really? Like I said, if it's water, well, not this water, because you know, it's chlorinated and this is no fun for alligators or any wildlife, but maybe the squirrels will come take a dip in here. But if there's natural water here in Florida, there's always a chance. So, do these frogs ever get dehydrated? They're constantly hydrated. Good morning, Dromus Good Dog. How are you? Here, don't bother them. They don't tend to bother you. The best rule of thumb. I don't know what it is about people, humans. We love to pet that dog. I don't know of any other species of wildlife that will see another wild animal and go, you know what, I want to touch that one. I want to touch that animal. You know, you don't ever see a deer like walking up to a bunny rabbit and going, you know what, I want to pet that rabbit. Pet that rabbit. But us humans, we love to mess with them. So just leave the alligators alone. Most of the time they're extremely nervous and scared around humans. If you get too close to the water, they will go away. And please do not feed alligators. First of all, it's against the law in the state of Florida. And the reason it's against the law is because when you feed alligators, it makes them not scared of humans. And that is dangerous for both humans and those alligators. Have you seen a bunny? I saw a bunny. It wasn't Bean though. We saw a bunny yesterday in the Magic Kingdom. He was hanging out over by Pooh Bear. See our boats. One last look here. Morning. Boats. Continually running, guys. Boat service. Again, provided to and from Riverside. And then to Disney Springs. So take advantage of this transportation. Ride a boat over to Disney Springs one evening. One thing to keep in mind, one thing you have to learn, please be aware. If you take a boat to Disney Springs, if there is any lightning in the area, they will shut down the services. They will not run boats when there's lightning in the area. You will have to get on a bus and bus back. Bus service is provided as well, but just be aware of that. One time our family boated over, a huge storm came through Disney Springs, and we're like, what are we gonna do now? Ride the bus. All right, everybody, take your hands, put them up in the air, and go like this. We're gonna wave goodbye to French Quarter. I'm gonna go see their sister resort. So how far is it to get from French Quarter to Riverside? Owen, how long do you think it takes? 2 minutes? If we were to leave, because we're officially like coming to the edge of French Quarter now. Heading to Port Orleans French, from French Quarter to Riverside. If you are runners, getting ready for your dopey in January, staying at these properties, this is where you would run over and get your circle to get your exercise in. Goodbye, French Quarter. Welcome to Disney's Port Orleans Riverside. That was not bad, was it, folks? That's why we tell you, if you're staying at Riverside and you're like, oh, I thought we were staying at the resorts with beignets. It's an easy walk or boat ride over. Now, when it comes to staying at Riverside, it is, of course, a moderate resort in the same way that French Quarter is. It has outdoor hallways. It has a quick service restaurant location, but it also has not only a sit-down table service restaurant for Boat's Right Dining Hall, It also has its own lounge and its own very famous lounge singer, who unfortunately is not playing tonight. Let's go get on a bike, go in. We've done that before. Yeah, Surrey bikes are available for rent over here. When it comes to deciding between French Quarter and Riverside, that's one thing. When you contact us to stay here at Riverside is a whole nother level of decision making you have to make when it comes to your room type. We'll talk a little bit more about that in just a bit. You can kind of see the difference right now, at least on this side of Riverside. How you doing, Jessica and the View? Good morning. Welcome in, Captain Good Guy. Good to see ya. Hey, Hatbox Ghost. Carol says we're staying here in 25 days. Can't wait. I reserved a carriage ride too. Not only do they have Surrey bike rentals, you can get horse carriage rides. The horses are brought over from Fort Wilderness's stables and they give you nice carriage rides. You can even go fishing here at Riverside. So instead of coming from here, why don't we step in from the front? Let's go into the front, guys. Now, Carol, this was officially, when it comes to the Edwards family, our very first ever Walt Disney World resort we ever stayed at. So, Riverside has a special place for us in our family personally. First time we ever stepped on a property and stayed with Disney magical everything that we had back in the day. It was all here at Riverside. Captain Good Guy says this is my favorite resort. Anna Pham says my family stayed here for my daughter's 13th birthday. Upgraded to the princess room and she was thrilled. I won't do it again just for me. It's not worth it for the price. But for special birthday celebrations, why not? Welcome to Disney's Port Orleans Riverside. Pickle Shake was just here last month. Reserved a carriage ride for him and Mrs. Pickle Shake. Said that one of the horses that pulled their carriage was one of the Headless Horseman's horses. As long as you kept your head about it, Pickle Shake. Let's head on in. We'll walk on in. There's our prayer tree. Good morning.
Enjoy your day.
Thank you. Welcome to Riverside, everybody. Some of you came with us a couple weeks ago when we tried to do this before, and boy, it just did not work out. Good to be back, and we can actually spend some time to walk around and enjoy it a little bit more. Here is our check-in area. Greenville, Vicksburg, Vidalia, Natchez, Baton Rouge, Riverside, French Quarter, Gretna, Chalmette, Fort Eads, St. Louis, St. Genevieve. You can check out all of these spaces. Memphis, Helena. And yes, those are fans. How slow they move. How you doing this morning, Thorin? Medical Shake says Port Orleans Riverside is one of our favorite resorts. Lots to do there. And I agree. I believe that it really is, in my opinion, and my 2 cents worth, is one of the quietest resorts here at Walt Disney World. I'm going to take one of these folded maps. And show you guys. It is quite spacious. It's really a lot much larger than one might assume.
You also have 2 different types of rooms.
2 different areas, and you're going to be very careful when you reach out to us when it comes to booking, because we're going to want to know, do you want to stay in the Alligator Bayou or do you want to go to the Magnolia Terrace? Because the Magnolia Bend has a completely different feel than the Alligator Bayou. We're going to take you to both so you guys can get a look of what it looks like and feels like. Also, the Princess Rooms, as mentioned before, are going to be over in Magnolia Blend. Magnolia Blend is a completely different type of product. Magnolia Bend is where you can find the Princess Rooms. And if you guys are over on Patreon with us, patrons, you saw just recently, I saw some furniture at a thrift shop near us that contains furniture from one of Tiana's Princess Rooms. That they were updating the room. They put some newer furniture in there, and somehow it showed up at this thrift shop. And I did not find out how much they wanted for that table and chairs, but I was very tempted. So,
Also worth noting, there are multiple bus stops because of how large the resort is. There is no one stop. Depending on where you're staying, you may have to head to a different bus spot to get on, and when you come back you have to make sure to get off at your specific bus stop when you arrive back in the park, because it's Springs or wherever we come
1, 2, 3, 4. So something to keep in mind, because it is a larger resort. Instead of having one central bus stop, there are 4 total. Come back from a long day in the parks, you're really tired, and your room is over at the last stop. You may have to wait a little bit longer to get off the bus. So here you don't see the bright colors. There are no purples, greens, oranges. You may hear the horns and the sounds of light, smooth jazz, but what you will not find are the beads of Mardi Gras. Completely different feel as far as that's concerned. I'll pop you guys over into the Medicine Show Arcade. place, you do have to purchase a card. The card has to have points. When you're done, you can recycle the cards here, or you can keep them as souvenirs. Is it 100 points just for candy? Wow.
Same for a duck.
Or for a duck. Good morning and welcome in, everybody. If you've just joined us here on today's live stream, we are taking you around Disney's Port Orleans Riverside at the moment. We just got finished taking you guys through and around French Quarter. Glad you guys could join us. If you're watching today for the very first time, welcome in. My name's Chris. This is my son Owen. We come to the parks to hang out with you guys every single weekday. And during the summertime on Tuesdays, we take you to the resorts so you guys can be a little bit more familiar with the different resorts, so you can pick out the one that's best for you and your family the next time you come to vacation here. I want you guys to take a couple of seconds. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, guys. And if you know someone that you work with, someone in your family, someone in your organization, someone in your church group or school group that you know of who's thinking about coming to Disney, they don't know about the resorts, we would love it if you guys would reach out and share our information with them so that they can do a little bit of research and make a better decision about where they would like to stay when they come. Great. Love the window seats. While you're waiting to check in, you can sit in a window seat, of course. Or for me, I like to watch the kids' cartoons. Those chairs are hard to sit in for very long though. Carly says, my husband and I just booked a reservation for French Quarter a couple of days ago. So happy to see the stream today. Well, I hope that it helps you out a little bit to watch. And as always, find yourself the mailbox. So Carly, when you get here, send yourself a postcard afterwards. So when you get home, you got yourself a pretty cheap souvenir, I should say, from your reservation. And or you can mail out letters or postcards to any of your friends or family. You've got kids, have your kids send themselves a postcard to have when they get home. Carly says, just booked a reservation. If you're watching our stream today and you're like, you know what, I just, in the past couple of weeks, booked something already. Did not know that we could have travel agents help us when it comes to finding deals, making sure we get the best thing, help us out if there has any issues, or have somebody on our personal speed dial to help us. And it doesn't cost anything. If you make a reservation and it's less than 30 days old and you haven't paid it in full, you can simply transfer it. It's the best proof to show that it costs nothing to have a travel agent. Even if you book it yourself, you can then transfer it over to us. All that simply does is it lets us Disney officially know that our name is on your reservation. It doesn't change anything about your reservation except for the fact that if something were to go awry, Disney will actually talk to us. So instead of having to call Disney and be on their 1-800 number to figure out what happened to the tickets and why the tickets changed from a 4-day to a 3-day, or where did our memory maker go? We paid for a memory maker, now the memory maker's not showing up on a reservation, where do we go? Simply, it's just a quick note to Susan that it happened, and Susan or Heather can jump on your behalf and take care of it for you because our name is on the reservation. So let us know if you've ever would like us to help you out even after you've already booked it yourself. Especially if it's really far out, guys. Because what ends up happening is that they'll have a promotion that may come through in the future. And Disney will never contact you to say, oh, our prices went down. It's a 10%, 15%, 20% deal we just put out there. But if you're on our books and the promotion comes out, Susan goes and finds them, contacts you and says, hey, by the way, I added a new promotion to your reservation. Your balance went down X number of dollars. That's the best thing. She loves doing that. That is just so much fun. I've always liked the Riverside gift shop. I don't know why. Because it feels like none other. Because it has animatronics in it, maybe. There's Mickey's nephews. They all have nephews except for Goofy, who has a son. Figure that out. Oh yeah, they do have some of the things that are available over at French Quarter. You can get here as well.
If you have any mix and espresso there.
So, oh, Missy says, I usually always book my reservation myself and then I send it over to Susan to transfer. Every time Susan has saved us some money. That's one of the value-added things of having an agent. Later on, when they put some sort of promotion together, we can change it. I love that about it. It's easy to do at Disney. It's easier to do at Disney than any other place. Is to make because we work inside the system. We work in the same system that Disney cast members, when you call them, same exact system for us to switch it over. We're not here to charge you and make you pay the largest amount you've ever paid for a vacation one time. We want you to have the best deal you can have this time and every other time. So thank you, Missy, for letting us be a part of that. Let's go on into the River Roost. Now, Yeehaw Bob is not actually performing tonight. Now, the Magic Crew has mentioned to me that they would love for me to come over and to do a Yeehaw Bob stream. We would just come over early one afternoon and I would just sit here for about 3 hours to make sure we had the best seat available. And then we'd start when Yeehaw Bob started and catch one of his frantic, awesome shows. We'll have to put that on the schedule sometime. But if you're staying here or at another resort, we highly recommend coming over and having a showing with Yeehaw at the River Roost Bar and Grill. We just did EKFC. It's a very nice one. Rob, do I remember correctly? Those are the only two restrictions we have when it comes to transfers. If you have, if the reservation is more than a month old, then it cannot be transferred to us. So if you booked it 5 months ago, it cannot be transferred. We can't help you. They feel as though we haven't earned the commission if we haven't helped you guys longer. So it has to be less than 30 days, not more than a month old, and it cannot be paid in full. So if you have a balance of $100, it can be transferred. If you paid it off entirely, it is yours. So, Boat Rights Dining Hall. I still want to come over here and dine again in the month of June. Annual pass holders, reminder, Monday through Thursday, for the month of June, 40% off dinner here at Footwright's Dining Hall. Only, of course, they only serve dinner. So, by my math, you can get, and as an annual pass holder, an all you can care to enjoy skillet of food, more than you can ever eat, for around $22. For a sit-down table service, that is pretty cheap for all you can eat. I believe it's normally $37. It's similar to the skillets that you have over at Wilderness, or Whispering Canyon, I should say, at Wilderness Lodge. There we go, right there. All you care to enjoy and taste of the bayou. Hickory smoked pork ribs, crispy Cajun chicken, smoked sausage, barbecued beef brisket, mashed potatoes, macaroni and cheese, roasted corn, seasonal vegetables. Normally, I believe it's $37. 40% off this and all non-alcoholic offerings for pass holders, just for the month of June in 2025 for VI pass holders month. So, oh, and get its reservation for tonight. Start rolling some quarters. French onion soup au gratin. How you doing today, Paul? Welcome in. You guys are joining us today. Come on into the chat and say hello to everybody else. Give them a chance to say hello, man. Good morning. It's a parade. Oh. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Now, you tell me the difference between the feel of the Sassagoula River Float Company at French Quarter and dining here at Riverside. We are inside the water mill. You can see the moving water wheel at the end. That's 2 water wheels already this week. So, cheesecakes, baked goods. One of my favorite things is the apple blossom, guys. You can get it topped a la mode for, I think, about $6. You get a warm apple blossom, put a scoop of ice cream on top. You are set for dessert. So, some of the things you can have here: the beef po' boy, just like over at French Quarter. Bayou hot dog. It's an andouille sausage with peppers, onions, and remoulade. Then, of course, you got stuff like the Korean style Impossible Burger. I would be willing to try that just because it's Korean style. Pizza, of course, shrimp and grits, I think it's $15.29. Grilled chicken parmesan with pasta and penne pasta with meatballs. Kids' meals over here include chicken and vegetables with pasta with meatballs. One of the things I love to do is watch them actually make and create. They're not doing it at the moment because nobody's ordered it, but as they're making their shrimp and grits or their pasta, they actually fire up the grill and make it fresh and hot for you. It's pretty cool. Create your own entree: mocha roasted chicken, citrus basil salmon, smothered beef and gravy. Then you get to choose your 2 sides. Anybody other than Tori hungry yet? Mediterranean meatball bowl. What is this? Harissa spiced impossible meatballs. Couscous salad. tzatziki sauce, pickled onions, and cauliflower pita chips. That actually sounds really good, guys. What do you think, Owen? Mediterranean meatball. It's
Probably the last time we were
impossible meatball, couscous salad, tzatziki sauce, pickled onions, and cauliflower pita
What it really
chips.
depends on is,
I would be all over that.
since it's impossible, it really depends on the flavors and the texture.
But the couscous salad.
Very everything.
Oh, yeah, I would indulge in that. Everything's darker. No vibrant colors. Wood, tones everywhere. And as we mentioned before, what is the biggest difference between dining here and over at French Quarter? Other than the food selections, of course. It's such a small, minuscule thing. But notice, no Coca-Cola Freestyle machines. You can still have Coke, Diet Coke, Coke Zero, Fanta Orange, Sprite, Barks Root Beer, High C Fruit Punch, Lemonade. But you're not getting any Coca-Cola Zero Peach.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. One of my favorite ones, Prof Decker loves the shrimp and grits.
I'm gonna make that roll.
And of course, recommendation for the po' boy is really good there too. Beth, can I be in your video? Everybody gets to be in the video, Beth. How you doing today? All right, so who has dined here at Riverside? Do you guys have a favorite? Rob Decker has recommended the po' boy and the shrimp and grits. Boom, boom, boom. So you see though, it's such a different feel just with the whole styling. It's darker. And you know what's really weird, Owen? I want you to look at the chairs. I mean, none of the chairs match. I kind of love that. That's intentional. None of the chairs match. And most of them can hold a backpack. So. Jane says the French dip there is delicious. What's that? Just coming in. The date on the video says June the 3rd. Uh-oh. I'll have to update that then. Carol says, I've dined there, but it has been a long time. Like Dixie Landings, that has been a long time. This resort originally was called Dixie Landings when it was first opened and operational here at Disney World. So that has been a bit. All right, Owen, let's go head over to Alligator Bayou. Yeah, let's head on over. We got to share with our patrons last night due to the accident that happened on I-4 yesterday. I don't know, and I haven't read any of the stories. I don't know if the news shared whether or not the driver of the vehicle that was in the accident was okay. But there was a major accident. A fertilizer truck crashed, burned, and exploded. Flammable fertilizer on I-4. Major issue yesterday. That took us a long time to get home last night, guys. Matter of fact, Susan came to pick us up. It took her over an hour to get to Disney, and you know how close we live here. So we decided that it was not in our best interest to try to go immediately, so we hung around for another hour and a half to see if we can keep the or let some of the traffic go out a little bit. It still took us an hour and 45 minutes, almost 2 hours. We are only about 11 miles away. So to everybody who was local yesterday, first of all, I hope there was no casualties or no one else got hurt during yesterday's incidents on I-4. But man, I hope you guys got home faster than we did yesterday. We got home late. We got home close to 9 o'clock last night. But thankfully, I enjoy the Patreon group. It allows us to chat and keep in communication with each other, even when we're not on live streams. You can join for free just to get occasional updates, even occasional videos and lives there and things that we don't share elsewhere. We'd love for you guys to go check that out. Patreon.com/ear-to-your-magic. If you'd like to get to know the community a little bit better, go join one of our 5 tiers. Yes, it does support the channel. Yes, it does allow us the freedom to do what we can do more and more on our channel overall. But we hope that there are huge benefits to the community individually as well for joining. So go check it out, patreon.com/ear-to-your-magic. And patrons, yes, somebody's going to ask if they haven't already asked. We will be having a surprise, unannounced, unofficial Zoom call tonight for everyone, any of the 5 tiers to join. So look for that information after today's live stream. We'll hang out for a little bit tonight. We normally do Zoom calls every month at the beginning of the month, first Tuesday of every month if possible. And some people were not able to join last Zoom call, so I told you guys we'd do another one. So tonight we're gonna have ourselves a little hangout. Hope you guys can join. I'll put all the information over in Patreon afterwards. We'll start about 7 o'clock, and we hope to see you guys at some point tonight. All right, we're gonna move over to Alligator Bayou, guys. This is one of 2 areas here at Riverside. What's the easiest way to describe the difference between Alligator Bayou and Magnolia Bend? I'm just going to show you. It has a completely different feel and look to it, and also these rooms are lesser in price than the princess rooms that you find at Magnolia. They're not as princess themed, so to speak. 2 stories, what you're looking at. What I like about the preferred rooms, the first time we stayed here, we stayed at one of the preferred rooms over here in Alligator Bayou. We were not too far behind this building here. We had our refillable cups. We were just an easy walk over to the lobby to refill. So whenever we got back from the parks, all the kids' cups went in their dad's hands. Dad walked over and got a refill and brought it back over, so we had something to drink from the resort. So you can have a regular view, which will have a view of either a parking lot or trees, or you can get a pool view. And there are some quiet pools that are inside. We'll go see if we can go find one here in Alligator Bayou. The rooms here do have a different feel to them. We have, they are considered to be, I don't know, laid back, maybe, is the thing I'm trying to describe, maybe.
It feels more like here in the French Quarter, a more wilderness-based kind of feel.
When you go to Magnolia Bend, it's more proper, and I think David D. Loves didn't use the word elegant. So you can see our fishing hole is right over there off of Old Man Island. Several families are out there fishing right now. There's a stocked lake out there, stocked with fish. So you can take your kids fishing. It's an experience they've never had before. We are definitely going to be going to Old Man's Island. We're going to walk our way around first. We're going to show you guys the expansiveness of this property. There will be some walking involved if you're staying at one of the farther out rooms, whether you're in Alligator Bayou or Magnolia Bend, if you're walking to the rest of the resort. Now, if you're like some families and you check into your room, you park at your room, and you only ever walk to the bus station, then it may not be that big a deal. But just be prepared. Depending on where your room is located at, if you walk to and from the lobby to grab a bite to eat, fill up your resort mugs or something like that, just be aware of the fact that there is some space, some ground to cover. I'm walking guys out to one of the pools out here. You can go to Old Man Island. It is your regular pool. A little louder, a little crowded, more crowded than say maybe the quiet pool would be. We have a family enjoying it right now, so I'm going to hide them behind the tree so they can enjoy their pool in privacy. But you can see it is just no slides, no zero entry. I think at most it's 4 foot 9 inches, so not too deep. Good morning. So if you are staying here in Alligator Bayou, you may have a pool view looking interior to where this is, or you may be looking out. So, you know, for this view right here, it may consider to be a pool view because you're at least close to the pool. You might be able to see the pool. So when you reach out to us and we're talking room type, all that might come into play. You've got pods like this here on this corner and the far corner of the resort here at Alligator. Are there alligators in the water? I've never seen one. As many times as we've been here. Tori said she saw one last summer. You see how loud it is here, guys? So, just...
Take care of the French Quarter doesn't have music playing in the background, so
yeah.
The only background ambience is just the sounds of the creatures and wildlife around you.
We were talking earlier, wow, we felt this is like one of the quietest resorts here on Walt Disney World property. Welcome in, Disney Houston. How you doing today? Happy Tuesday. There are bridges from both Alligator Bayou and Magnolia Bend that take you over to Old Man Island. That is the center of the area. We're gonna walk around the full area into both of these areas and then end up over at Old Man Island, where of course they do have the old swimming hole, the fishing hole, and the, well, I guess the drinking hole. There is a pool bar. If you guys are just joining us here this morning, we are at Disney's Port Orleans Riverside. We're going to move into the second section of Alligator Bayou. If you're here to do some running and get some exercise, training for an upcoming race, there is this walking path here is your path all the way around. I think it goes about a mile. Disney Houston's at the quiet pools. Can you use them 24/7 as long as you are quiet? I still think that they do have operating hours. But the one thing I do like is that the swimming pools at least have longer hours than they do on cruise ships. I don't know, lately it seemed like the last few times we've been on cruise ships, even, you know, Disney and Royal Caribbean, it seems like they're closing their pools so early. Like, I want to get into the pool like late at night, like after all the kids have gone to sleep. Maybe. So something I haven't seen this morning that I'm accustomed to, haven't seen a lot of turtles. Oh, and you might have to help me keep a lookout for them. We used to come over here and count all the turtles out on the lily pads and out on the logs, but even while we're walking around, what I'm not showing you is we have landscapers everywhere. Like, there's one right behind me. I've intentionally not shown you the landscaping, but he is cleaning up the beds, making sure everything looks nice, and just preening everything to make it look so well kept. So they do a great job of landscaping here and keeping everything looking nice and tidy. All right, so that was our second area for Alligator Bayou. We're now moving into Magnolia Bend, different type of room. There are two room types here, your standard and your princess. So just because you're in Magnolia Bend does not necessarily mean you're going to get a princess room. Please keep that in mind. Let's take a quick walk over, show you guys a little bit what it looks like at Magnolia Bend. Three stories, no extremely tall buildings. As always, moderate resort, so all of the hotel doorways are open hallways. Mousekeeping is cleaning the rooms for guests. Up here is one of our quiet pools. Now, what we're not showing you right now presently is that you can park parking lots all around the outer edges. So if we were to continue down this way here, you would see your parking lots are there. So you can park your car if you are parking here, you are driving here, rented a car from the airport, park on the outside. Once you come in, you don't really see the parking lots, unless of course you have a room that's facing out toward that area. That's also where you're going to find your other 3 bus depots that are around the property. Traditional rectangular size quiet pool. Please keep in mind as well, there are no lifeguards at the quiet pools. So if that is a concern of yours, you can always head over to Old Man Island. And the swimming hole there does have lifeguards. A small little lazy river and a really cool slide. Pam says those were the rooms we stayed at. If that's the back, we were hoping for a river view. We got a pool view. It's great for the kids. See up the stairs there. Another one of the bridges taking you guys over to Old Man Island. We'll be taking you guys over there in just a moment. Figure 8 says they have nice lounger rooms by the pools as well. Now our Sassagoula River boats will be coming here from Disney Springs, pulling into this station right there. And that's where you will board at the back of the lobby for your Disney Springs. There's one of many gazebos here. Love the courtyards they have here. I have a few of them. They're all just a little different. So instead of going one more down, let's go ahead and jump on over to Old Man Island. Give us a little gazebo dance.
I don't think that makes sense.
You don't know the gazebo dance? Okay. If you stay at the very last building in Magnolia Bend, it's easier to walk to the bus stop at the front of the resort than it is to get to the other one. I agree. Try to find out what your closest bus depot is. It's sort of like when you get on an airplane. Please remember that the the exit row in front of you may not be the one that's closest to you. So check which one and see. Sometimes it might be closer to go to one around the corner. There are 4 bus depots. If you're taking the buses to and from the parks, make sure to figure out which one's closest.
It's a real magic.
How you doing?
How are you, mate?
Doing well.
Oh, she's your biggest fan.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. She loves you, mate.
Where is she?
She just needed the main bed and she goes
Well, let's do this in case we don't see her. You want to say hello to her?
Yeah, we saw you at a dinosaur the other day.
And oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I think you're following us around, mate.
Yeah, I think we are.
Yeah,
we are. Now, I'm assuming you guys are staying here.
Yeah.
What do you think about it so far?
Yeah, it's great, mate. Yeah, I love it. So go home Saturday, sadly. Been here for 2 weeks, so yeah.
2 weeks is a good time, though.
Yeah, great, mate.
So have you
Great
guys
place.
been here at this hotel the entire time?
Yeah. Well, we went to Universal for a night.
Which one did you stay at Universal?
Hard Rock.
Awesome.
It's good. Yeah. It
Like
was
the
really
Hard
good.
Rock.
Yeah.
Walk right over to the parks.
Yeah.
Really great. Did you keep the room key?
Did I keep the room key?
Did you keep the room
I
key?
have no idea. Did we keep the room key?
When you stay at Hard Rock, what you do is you take the room key, and on your checkout, you walk up to the front desk, and they'll take your room key and they'll stamp it and turn it into a guitar pick.
Oh well, there you go. No, we didn't do that.
Next time, they'll actually take your room key and put it in a special machine, and it cuts everything off, and everything except into the shape of a guitar pick. You get to take it home as a souvenir.
Awesome.
Next
Didn't
time.
know that. Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's good to
Thank
see you
All
guys
right,
again.
yeah.
Hopefully
Cheers,
we'll
man.
see Mom around the corner.
Yeah, she'll be there somewhere.
All right, good to see you guys.
We're going.
Yeah, don't leave Hard Rock without keeping or getting a free guitar pick souvenir to take home with you of your room key. I mean, it destroys the room key, but you know, you get to take it home, right? How many times you've gotten home and forgot to give it a room key anyway? So that little card, yeah. It's kind of a cool option. All right, welcome to Old Man's Island here at Disney's Port Orleans Riverside. Hatbox Ghost's favorite slide pool. What do we got here? Before we hit the pool, let's go check out our fishing hole. Actually, I might just go lay here in the hammock and let Owen take you guys to go see the fishing hole. He can show you where the fire pit is as well. Yeah, I'll just stay here.
Aren't you glad I didn't fall out?
Owen's back.
I'm not so sure. It looks like you're about to. I think you need to lean forward a bit.
All right, our tree here, our magnolia tree, one of 2. This one here and the one at the front of the resort, both planted at the same time back on Earth Day. Whew, back in 1991, I believe. So, pretty cool. How you doing? Very historic tree. Both of them have been here for a very long time. This was the first playground our kids ever played at after staying on property. That's kind of cool, right? Got our swimming hole right over here to our left. And of course, Owen's favorite place. Nightly from 6 to 7 p.m. Whatever resort you're staying at here on Walt Disney World property, find out when they do their campfire. Usually it's held every night for at least an hour. As long as it's not lightning and pouring down rain. Complimentary marshmallows. You can pay for chocolate and graham crackers if you want to make s'mores. Bring your own. You plan ahead. How you doing today, Antonio? Oh, I wish it was a tire swing. I'd get stuck in the tire swing, knowing my luck. Walk over to the fishing hole with you guys real quick. All right, Dopey Runner. Let me check my Garmin. I think we're doing okay. We doing okay? We're doing okay. All right. Bass and brim at the fishing hole. So I'll just quickly just kind of show you guys what it looks like in here. We won't disturb any of the families who are actually fishing. We did want to show you guys the prices. So good morning. You can catch largemouth bass, bluegill, catfish, and sunfish. They are all fully stocked by Disney in this pretty awesome little space. So plenty of boardwalk car piers here. Put your poles in the water. No fishing license required. And quickly show you guys. Open from 7 a.m. You guys can get started at 7 a.m. Only until 1:45, because every fisherman will tell you fish ain't biting in the afternoon. Too hot. Last poles are out at 1:15, and here are your prices right here, guys. $6.39 per half hour. Or if you've got a whole family, $16. Whole family. And yes, it includes sale tax, the pole, and the bait. So, kids have never been fishing before. It's an opportunity to do it. Now, you don't get to catch it and keep it. And it's not like you're going to take it back into the quick service and fry it up or anything. It is catch and release. But now, if we were to continue walking the way we were, back that direction is going to be more hammocks. And also the bridge takes you back over to Alligator Bayou. Carol says Jose and the kids are hoping to do this next month. Fishing isn't my thing. You can encourage them though. Pickle Shake, if you catch an alligator there, don't forget to pet it before throwing it back. Yeah, well, if you can bring that buddy in, you can pet it. Good luck. May the odds be ever in your favor. Yeah, if that were to happen, I think they lose their pole. I don't think I'm giving the pole back. All right, let's go check out the pool. Here's the old swimming hole. I'll lift it up a little bit. Muddy Rivers Pool Bar. And I'm going to show you guys the menu real quick. Get yourself some specialty drinks. Get yourself a hurricane margarita. A little beer and wine. Some non-alcoholic drinks is available as well. including the lava smoothie. And they do have beers on draft as well. And yeah, you can get a frozen Jack and Coke. So. Oh. We are gonna have to go the long way around. Now there is a slight lazy river around here. But the pool doesn't have just a rectangular feel to it, but there is like a little river area here. And there are your steps going up to the slide. We'll catch that on the other side. There is a splash pad and a hot tub as well. Something for all ages. And you can tell a lot less quiet than the quiet pools. Mainly they have snacks. They do not, it's not like over at French Quarter. It's mainly bags of chips and things like that here at Muddy Rivers. You go up the stairs, top of the slide is there, it winds down and dumps you out at the bottom. So, have you been on the slide?
Yeah.
It's a good one.
It's not the best.
Not the best, but it's not bad.
Yeah.
All right, where's Mom at? Is she? Well, when we walk around, if you see her, tell her to give us a wave. All the kids lining up to go down the slide there. The Fishing Hole, bicycle rentals. You can take a mosaic class. Tuesdays and Thursdays from 8 to 9, they have Glow with the Flow. They have evening poolside activities with glow in the dark. I guess you can say toys, light sticks. And always ask what if they have anything special going on with resort activities. When you check in, they'll be glad to give you a resort guide or show you a QR code where you can use the internet to pull up all of the resort activities. Dude, they're cutting down a tree. That's a big tree. We had the path was blocked off on the other side, which is why we weren't able to take the path we normally do. I was like, what's going on there? Oh, they're trimming a tree down. So that's a little weird. I hope they replace it. One thing I like about this swimming hole is the large trees and all the shade. We were talking about the fact that over at French Quarter, little to no shade. I feel like you get a little bit more over here. We'll have to keep an eye out and see if they replace this tree. And this is a large tree. We've got a little bitty pool here. I mean, we're talking minuscule depth inside this little swimming hole for the little kids. And there is a hot tub on the far side. That's sad. That's a big tree. But that would be why it's closed off on the side. So that would explain it. I do have music playing and not as quiet as what you saw at the quiet pools. Again, Magnolia Bend, this direction. Alligator Bayou, this direction. When you guys are contacting us to stay here at Port Orleans, we would love to know if you have a preference of where you like to stay. Is it going to be Alligator Bayou, Magnolia Bend? As always, you can reach out to us, eartoyourmagic.com. Fill out one of our travel service inquiries. Let us know where you'd like to stay. And remember, our travel services do not come at a price. You don't have to pay anything. It is included. Disney will pay us to take care of you guys, answer your questions, help you pick out the right things, help you with transportation to and from the resorts. Something comes up, we can help you fix it. And if price and promotions come out, we can bring down your balance. So reach out to us and let us be your Travelmation travel agents. Travelmation is a diamond preferred travel agency with Disney destinations. What does earmarked mean? Earmarked means they have earned the respect of Disney, and Disney will say, yes, this is an agency we feel comfortable with you booking with when it comes to our stays here. So if you don't book with Travelmation, make sure whoever you book with, ask them, are you guys earmarked? If they're not, you make that call. We are back here at the lobby. We made ourselves a full circle here. Not one, but two resorts here today. Disney's Port Orleans. Remember, there are two resorts here. French Quarter and Riverside. Those guests are off. They're heading over to Disney Springs. Get some shopping done. Grab a bite to eat. Maybe even check out next month the Flavors of Florida. If you're coming in July, check out the Flavors of Florida happening over at Disney Springs. Amanda says we'll be at Port Orleans French Quarter in September for 10 days. Sweet. How you doing today, Calvin? Welcome in. Jeremy says, sorry I'm late. Oh, you're not late. Anytime you can come. It's good to be able to talk to you and say hello. Thanks for popping in. And thanks for hitting the thumbs up, guys. You guys make a big difference. So you guys know, yesterday's live streams, we reached so many new people yesterday because of the thumbs up, because of your chatting, because so many people came in and left comments after the streams. We had almost 1,000 people watch our streams after it was over, just because of the comments that you guys made after the stream was over. When you guys, anytime you come in after a stream is completed as a replay, if you come in and leave a comment, the more comments we get, the more YouTube shares our streams out, and we find new people who get to be a part of our community all the time. So thank you guys for all that you guys do in that way. It makes a big difference. Thumbs up, comments, both during and after the stream. So let's go check and see how much it costs to rent a bike, carriage rides, before we close out for today. I'll give you one more brief look at our map showing the two resorts. If you guys are watching today on the big screen television, thank you guys so much, especially if you're ninja watching. You can always reach out to us for booking help just by hitting that QR code up on your screen.
Difference I would like to point to if you're deciding between one of the two. One thing to take into consideration is that French Quarter has a one bus stop, only one bus stop. So you don't have to think too hard. But because of how big this is, there are 4. If you would rather prefer to have one bus stop and not have the complexity of 4, of not only being able to find your bus stop, but also having to like go to every single stop or multiple spots to get to your specific spot to get to your room, you may prefer French Quarter for that reason. Something to keep in mind.
The riverboat just left, and I know they go from one to the other. All right, I want to hear from you guys. Owen, if you had a choice, Riverside or French Quarter, which one and why? And you guys in the chat, tell me if you had to choose, or if you have chosen between French Quarter and Riverside before, tell me which one, but you got to tell me why, because I want others who are watching and reading to have something to think about when they're trying to decide and make that decision for their own family. What do you think? Anna Family says Riverside, it's more peaceful. French Quarter, Emily says all day long. But why? Why? Tell us why. Hello, Andrea, how you doing today? Thank you, Jason. Hi, Sandy. How you doing today? Hi, Mom. Everybody say hi, Mom. HR with Prop Digger says good point with the bus stops. And a lot of people, they'll finish their vacation and they'll talk about the bus stops in that way. Firefighter 2 says Riverside, Riverside, Riverside. Olivia says Riverside based off of the food situation. They have more options over at Riverside. Eduardo, I've always felt that. I wish I could take my family. We need to experience the real French Quarter one day. I have been in
Cafe du Monde.
I have been to Cafe du Monde. Yes, I have been to Bourbon Street. They have not, so it'd be nice to do that.
Apparently the beignets there are way better than ones here.
Oh, they are
pretty good. So.
And they're fresh. Chris V says French Quarter feels more intimate because it's smaller. James Wilkerson says French Quarter. Farrah says Riverside, more relaxing, and I love the jazz music. Disney Golfer, Riverside, more options. I love it. Farrah says Riverside has a more go with the flow vibe. Kelly Soto, Riverside, pet friendly. Yes, that is true. By the way, guys, if you do have a pet you're going to be bringing with you on vacation, this is one of 4 resorts where you can pay an additional fee to have a pet stay with you in the room. But there are some restrictions, and yes, it does cost an additional fee in order to do that. But great point, Kelly, great point. Rob says, my reasoning isn't going to benefit anyone. I prefer French Quarter for nostalgia, being the first resort my family stayed at, but the freestyle machines and beignets are also a plus, very much so. Jacqueline Morgan says French Quarter, 1 bus stop to get to and from the parks faster. Emily says I like the atmosphere of French Quarter better. Seems closer together, more intimate to me. Also, my mom laughed and called me a nut. Hey, we're all nuts in certain ways, aren't we, Emily? That's just the way we are, Sandy. If only you knew, we can all be nuts in that way. Katie says, I like Riverside. There's more pools. Choice of Alligator Bayou if you don't like the Magnolia Bend looking rooms. HR says French Quarter just because of the beignets. Hey, well, I can't take that away. That's pretty much a lot of people's reasons. Big Shake says we love them both, but probably Riverside since it's much quieter, and love the landscaping. I know it's silly, but I kind of enjoy that too. James Z, Chris, asking to choose between the two resorts is like asking which is your favorite child. I know. How can you choose? It's Riverside. Because they help clean the house, and they are more respectful, and they clean up their room. No. I actually do, and I'm kind of like the same way. I like Riverside because it was our first family stay here. And I feel like Old Man Island to me is a lot more intimate a place to stay and enjoy the pool. What about you, Owen? Is it the beignets? Is that going to put you over the edge?
Well, beignets and also the
Freestyle. And see, I bring that up every time. And I know someone's going to go, are you seriously saying that you would choose one resort over the other because of a Coca-Cola machine? You would be surprised. You would be surprised how much of a difference that makes. Here's the thing.
the bus stop.
The bus stops.
Yeah.
Well, I think I can tell from your description earlier. One bus stop does make it easier. There's something about if you're ready to go to the parks and you get on a bus and you have to stop 3 more times at your resort, that could be frustrating. I get that. I totally get that. Well, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. We hope that you've enjoyed spending some time with us on Tuesdays. This is different. I know it's not customary for most live streamers to say that, well, right now we're not going to take you to the parks. We're going to spend time at the resorts. Not all streamers come to the resorts, but for us as travel agents, it's important for you guys to have access to see, to know, and to be confident in your decision the next time you come on vacation that you pick the right resort for you. We hope that these are helpful. We're going to continue to do this all summer long, every Tuesday, taking you to a different resort. And we hope that you guys can continue to join in here and be a part of it. If you're watching today, whether you're watching live or if you are watching in replay, I can't see, it's very dark. It's very dark on the screen right now. Is this it? There we go. We want to make sure that you guys don't walk away today without hitting the subscribe button. We want you guys to come and do this with us again in the future. We have a great community. We're slowly making our way to 35,000. I don't know how much longer it will take us, maybe into the summer. But I will say this, the numbers are great, but the people in here are better. If you're looking for a great group of people who are not going to make fun of you, use you for ridicule, or just to make themselves feel better, but to make you feel better by them helping you out, we would love for you guys to be a part of this group, the Magic Crew. So make sure you're subscribed. Don't walk away today without coming in, doing that, and coming with us tomorrow as we hit the parks again, and every Monday through Friday here in the future. So as we close out, tomorrow we'll do it again. Remember, if you are one of our patrons, tonight we're going to do a second Zoom call for the month because I did you guys a disservice 2 weeks ago, so we're going to do it again today. I don't know if we'll do it for a full 2.5 hours, but we'll do a check-in, and I will put it in over on Patreon, a link for you guys to come in for a Zoom call. Any of the 5 paid tiers, whether or not you're the $5 tier or the $100 tier, doesn't matter. Everybody's treated the same. And we would love for you guys to come in tonight. We're gonna just hang out for a bit, chat, keep up, let you guys find out what's going on in your lives, and just make a connection. If you've always wanted to check that out, today will be a good day to join. Tonight we're going to be hanging out on the Zoom call with everybody. So thank you, patrons, for all that you guys do, and we'll see you guys tonight for that. As we close out, as always, the one ask that I always want to ask, and I never want to feel ashamed for asking, we want you guys to book your travel with us. We hope that you feel comfortable. You know us. You can feel that we are trustworthy. We're not going to be putting crazy ideas in your head. We don't do things for clickbaits, and we don't make things look better than they should just because we're trying to get you to watch our videos. We want you guys to be comfortable and happy with where you stay for your vacations, and we want you to make sure that you have somebody that when something goes wrong, or if you need a little help, you have someone to go to other than a 1-800 number or 407 number if you're lucky, to have to call and get somebody to figure it out. So reach out to us. Go to eartoyourmagic.com. And if you've already booked a stay in the last 3.5 weeks, and you're like, well, I already booked a vacation, you can actually contact us. We'll fill out a transfer form. All that transfer does is put our names officially on your vacation reservation.
If anything pops up, like you need a problem fixed, or if a promotion comes up you're available for it and you want us to add it to your reservation.
If our name's on there, we can help. If our name's not on there, we can't. They were like, who are you? Or who are you? They won't talk to us at all. We want to help our friends. No, they won't let us help our friends, but they will let us help our clients. So let us know if we can help you with a transfer, or if you guys are taking a last minute trip, there's still plenty of times to take advantage of the cool kids summer here at Walt Disney World, or go to Epic Universe for the very first week summer that it's open. So guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. We're going to close on out for now, but as always, we want you guys to take care of each other, and this is how you do it. You look for those opportunities to help the guy that's behind you. So share a laugh, share a smile, share a compliment, but whatever you do, be the sunshine in somebody else's day. Thank you guys so much for all you guys do for us here at Ear to Ear Magic. Take care of each other. Have a wonderful, blessed afternoon, and we'll see you guys tomorrow in the parks. Thanks, everybody. Have a great one. We'll see you again real soon. See, I told you it's quiet here at Port Orleans Riverside.